Hello! Let's sew up some tulip sleeves. I have my pieces already prepped. I have my 2 sleeve pieces and my binding piece. The first thing you are going to do is you are going to prep your binding. You are going to fold it wrong sides together all the way down, and then you are going to take it to your ironing board and give it a good press to create a memory crease. Then you are going to open your binding and you are going to use the crease that you just created, and on one side you are going to fold it wrong sides together to meet that middle crease. So you're going to fold it all the way down just to meet the middle crease, and then you're going to take that to your ironing board and give that a good press as well. Once the binding piece is all prepped and you have your 2 creases, go ahead and take your sleeve pieces and you are going to put them right sides together. I have my 2 pieces here. Put it right sides together, and you are going to sew or serge up the straight side. Once you have that all sewn up, you are going to open it and you are going to find the middle of your binding piece, and you are going to place it with the middle of your sleeve piece, and it is going to be right sides together. Continue clipping or pinning all the way down your sleeve. There will be some overhang on each side. Don't worry about that. You're going to trim that off in a later step. Once you have your piece all clipped or pinned together, you are going to take it to your sewing machine. I have my binding attached to my sleeve, and just to note, when you're doing the binding, you want to keep it tight but not stretch it too much when you're pinning or clipping it to your piece. And then also, when you're on your sewing machine, you are going to just use a straight stitch and just use a longer length stitch. Once you have that done, go ahead and flip your piece over, and you are going to take those memory creases that you made previously and fold it down, and then fold it back over the back. And then continue all the way down the sleeve, just folding right where your memory creases are. Next, take it to your machine and you are going to top stitch the binding all the way across the sleeve, and make sure to catch the back of the binding when you are top stitching. I have my binding all attached to my sleeve, made sure to catch the back while I'm sewing. You can either use your cover stitch or you can use your sewing machine and just use a stretch stitch or a longer stitch length. Then go ahead and trim off the excess on each side. You are going to use the markings from your pattern piece that is on the top part of each side of the sleeve. I find it easiest when I'm cutting out the pattern piece to just do a couple little triangles. So I already have my pieces marked. The next thing you are going to do is going to face it wrong sides up, and you are going to just roll the sleeve, matching up those center markings. Pin or clip it in place, and continue to match up the top of the sleeve all the way around. My sleeve now looks like this. And the next step is taking it to your sewing machine using a 1/4 inch seam allowance and sewing a basting stitch from one side of the binding along the top. I have my basting stitch all sewn here. This is going to be used in a later step to gather the top of the sleeve. And now the sleeve is all ready to be attached to the bodice.